The Smart Fortwo is back, and this time it means business. Priced above most of the usual city car suspects, it offers something a little different for sure, but is it worth paying more for? For those who don't need the extra practicality of 2 more seats, the low running costs, fun and refinement of the Fortwo are sure to appeal. The only issue is its big brother, the Fortwo, only costs a few £100 more, so seems the more rational choice. It's his reason Smart predicts just 20% of sales with the 2-seater model. That said, we do prefer the way the Fortwo drives. It's going to be down to your personal situation as to whether the Fortwo can cope with your lifestyle, but if it can, we think you'll be richly rewarded for taking the plunge. Surprisingly practical considering it's a tiny little thing, there's actually a fair bit of storage space on offer. It boasts a split tailgate to access the boot, and a passenger seat which folds down flat to allow longer items to be stored. It's 100mm wider than before, too, so there's more interior space to play with. We found 2 large adults sat perfectly comfortably for several hours during our test, finding ourselves not left wanting for either shoulder room or headroom. 2 engines. Not much power. The choice of engines is limited to a 1-litre, 3-cylinder petrol with 69 bhp or a 0.9-litre petrol which with the help of a turbocharger makes 89 bhp. You're looking 0.62 miles per hour times over 10 seconds regardless, though. Happily, the fact that the engines live at the back of the car over the rear axle means that they're not too noisy in the cabin. This feels a very refined car in general, to be honest. From launch you'll get a 5-speed manual gearbox, but during 2015 a twin-clutch automatic gearbox will join the range too. It's a big step forward from the old Smart Fortwo box, let us say. Fun to drive. One look at the engine's performance figures might suggest this is a boring car to drive, but there's an ace up the little Smart sleeve. It has a frankly incredible turning circle and brilliant steering. This means it weaves its way through city centres like nothing we've driven before, and it'll turn far more sharply than a London black cab. That's thanks to the lack of engine between the front wheels, which means they're able to angle towards 45 degrees for maximum direction changing agility. The entire chassis has been totally revised for the new model, meaning far more suspension travel and thus a comfier ride. To find out more about this standalone city car, read on for our full Smart Fortwo review. Performance. There's a pair of petrol engines providing Smart Fortwo performance, but don't expect anything earth-shatteringly fast. This is a city car, and it's resolutely not quick. Parker's recommends the lower-powered 1-litre, 3-cylinder is expected to be the best seller, with 69 bhp and 91 Nm at 2,850 revolutions per minute, meaning 0.62 miles per hour in 14.4 seconds and a top speed of 94 miles per hour. We can see why this one is going to be a popular choice. It has a linear power delivery and is well matched to the 5-speed gearbox, meaning for the majority of city driving leaving it in second gear seems to do the job nicely, with a wide spread of revs to use accordingly. It struggles on higher speed roads, though, meaning the gearbox gets a workout and it's difficult to make progress at approaching 70 miles per hour. The performance option if you're after a bit more go. For example, if you do some motorway driving, the higher powered engine is the one to investigate. This is actually slightly smaller at 0.9 litres in capacity, but thanks to a turbocharger it makes 89 bhp and 135 Nm of torque at 2,500 revolutions per minute. This version allows the Fortwo to cover 0.62 miles per hour in 10.4 seconds with a top speed of 96 miles per hour. It isn't as smooth as the aforementioned, but makes up for it with a decent punch from the turbocharger as the revs climb. It's the more exciting of the two for sure, if not the best to drive. Again, it's well suited to the 5-speed manual gearbox. automatic gearbox. Coming towards the middle of 2015, we're expecting Smart to introduce the £995 DCT dual clutch transmission automatic gearbox to the range. This is a huge step forward over the previous Smart's automatic box, changing gear smoothly and making the car very easy to drive. Handling: this is the Fortwo's real talent. The rear and giant nature of the Smart means the front wheels get more space, which in turn means a small turning circle. It's 2 feet smaller than a black cab, in fact. What that means is you can turn the car on an axis that seems barely believable. It's a lot of fun, and proves that it's possible to enjoy driving even in the city at low speeds. The steering itself is very nicely weighted for city driving. It isn't too light or heavy, sitting pretty between the two. Smart has done a lot of work in this respect, and compared to the Twingo it shares some parts with, the extra effort shows. It's surprisingly communicative as well. We're pleasantly surprised to report that the steering itself is great too. There's a sense you're perched atop the front wheels, and really felt like we knew what was going on beneath them. All this combines to provide a feeling of assured confidence, and when darting in and out of city traffic you don't feel as intimidated as you may otherwise be, since you know you've got the facility to duck out of challenging situations. Body roll is fairly well contained, so there's none of the pitch and yaw action that may otherwise make some passengers nauseous. This car is genuinely entertaining thing to drive, especially around town. We've not had the chance to get it onto higher speed corners as yet, but suspect that's missing the point anyway. This is a city car, and works best there. Equipment: you've got a choice of 3 models for the Fortwo: Passion, Price and Proxy. There's also a limited run of edition number 1 models for early buyers. Standard Smart Fortwo equipment as you'd hope for a small car at this price point. There's a fair amount of equipment even on base spec Passion models. You get 15-inch alloy wheels, automatic climate control, the smart audio system with Bluetooth and your pick of either orange and black, or black and white interior schemes. Moving up to Prime means different 15-inch wheels, a panoramic glass sunroof including sun blind, black leather upholstery, heated seats and lane keeping assist, which beeps at you if the car detects you drifting out of your lane without intending to. The same price as Prime, the Proxy trim offers buyers 16-inch alloys as well as a blue and white interior finished in false leather and cloth, plus the Sports package, a leather multifunction steering wheel, 10mm lower suspension, alloy pedals and a chrome exhaust tailpipe. Optional Smart Fortwo accessories: there's the option of Premium and Premium Plus packages. The former includes rear parking sensors, the smart media system with navigation, a height adjustable steering wheel and heated, electrically adjustable wing mirrors. Premium Plus is only available on Prime and Proxy models and adds ambient lighting, LED headlamps including automatic operation with light sensors, automatic windscreen wipers and a rear view camera to help park. You can also have a comfort package, which includes a height adjustable driver's seat and steering wheel and heated electric door mirrors. Black or white paint comes as standard, and there's a further 6 optional colors available at extra cost. You've got a choice of 2 safety cell colors on top of standard black, and the grille can be painted in black, white or silver. Inside the car you can add a removable subwoofer in the boot and uprated speakers for extra bass from the hi-fi, a forward collision warning system ideal for city driving, heated seats and a smartphone cradle for the smart audio system. DAB digital radio can be added too. Edition number 1: this special edition model boasts unique color schemes: white body panels, orange highlights on the exterior and an orangey black interior. The Premium Plus package and the Sports package as standard. Comfort: considering the size of the car, Smart Fortwo comfort levels are surprisingly high. It's 100mm wider than the previous version, so there's more than enough room for two adults to sit side by side in comfort without brushing shoulders. We found 6-footers had a fair bit of headroom too, even taking into account the panoramic glass sunroof assembly on higher spec models. We found the ride comfort vastly improved over the previous model. The entire car has been redesigned and the upshot is more suspension travel and the facility to fit larger tires, which again helps smooth out bumps in the road surface. Another thing we were impressed with was the refinement Smart has worked into the cabin. It's remarkably well insulated from exterior wind or road noise, and even the distinctive engine is very quiet thanks to its location towards the rear of the car. Practicality. This is a small, two-seater city car, so Smart Fortwo Practicality was never going to be anything other than adequate. The car itself has a maximum luggage capacity of 350 litres, but that's spread around the cabin depending upon how the seats are arranged. You can fold the passenger seat flat, which unlocks maximum load area for longer items such as flat pack furniture. We're not going to tell you the boot on the Fortwo is big. It isn't. It's very easily accessible though. We like the split tailgate. There's a glass hatchback that you lift up, and then a metal tailgate which folds down to provide a flat loading surface into the boot. This lip can support up to 100 kilograms, so perching on it to tie your shoelaces shouldn't pose too much problem for most. There's a pull-out tray and double cup holders in the central console, while there are luggage hooks in the boot and pockets on the doors for maps and such like. There isn't a lot else to say really, other than your passenger will be happy with the amount of room he or she has if the seat is folded up. Safety. There's a huge amount of equipment installed to ensure Smart Fortwo safety levels are as high as they can be, but there are some notable exceptions. You've got 5 airbags up front, but none in the rear. There's an alarm and immobilizer, a breakdown kit, central locking, crosswind assist which stops the car being blown across by gusts of wind, cruise control, hill start assist and ISOFIX child seat points on the rear seats. The Fortwo doesn't feature any sort of low-speed automatic braking, though. This is a shame, because many other cars in the sector have it, and may affect how it's treated during Euro NCAP crash tests. Choosing prime or proxy models nets you lane keeping assist, which warns visually and acoustically if you're drifting out of your lane unintentionally. The Premium package gets rear parking sensors, and the Premium Plus package gets you a rear view parking camera, automatic lights and rain sensing wipers. Reliability. We don't think Smart Fortwo reliability should cause you too many headaches. It feels like a solid, well-built car which should serve many years of hard service. The parts are either designed by Smart, which is owned by Mercedes and thus well made, or Renault, which has done a lot of work in recent times to rebuke claims of unreliability.